The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio is our 2020 Performance Car of the Year for the third year running, and it gets the gong again because of the epic pace from its 503 brake horsepower 2.9 twin-turbo V6 engine, its sublime on-the-limit rear-wheel drive handling, and also its wonderful feelsome steering. And it feels like a car that wasn't just engineered well, but built with passion. And this is a car that lives up to Alfa Romeo's glorious heritage. Any motorsport fans out there will remember that Alfa Romeo used to be up there with the likes of Ferrari and Maserati, and finally here's a road car that lives up to that pedigree. There really is only one major trim option to choose from, which comes with all the kit and caboodle you might need, like 19-inch alloy wheels and sports seats trimmed in Alcantara and leather. However, you might want to add a few option packs, which will include things like keyless entry and a powered driver's seat.
The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio owes a big part of its appeal to its V6 engine, which has more than a dash of Ferrari DNA to it and sounds fantastic. And yet, despite sending more than 500 brake horsepower to its rear wheels, the Giulia isn't a difficult car to drive. The Giulia has plenty of traction in all weather conditions, and while it will wag its tail if you stick it in race mode, this isn't scary thanks to the precise steering and the well set up chassis. Add in adaptive dampers that come as standard and let you soften off the ride to the point where the car is actually quite a comfortable cruiser, and an engine that settles right down when you're at motorway speeds, and the Giulia is a fantastic car and a worthy winner of that Performance Car of the Year award.
The interior of this Go Faster Alfa Romeo impressed us because despite having all of that performance under the bonnet, in many ways it's just as practical and just as nice to be in as the regular Alfa Romeo Giulia. In fact, in some ways it's even better because you get extra touches like a leather wrapping on the dashboard and faux carbon fibre trim to remind you you're driving something really special. The infotainment system is slick too, and it's packed with features, and joy of joys, it's controlled by a rotary dial, which is easier to use on the move than the latest generation of touchscreens. When it comes to practicality, there'll be no complaints from your passengers whether they're sitting in the front or the rear seats, because they all have plenty of space to stretch out, and they'll all have somewhere to put their wallets and phones and keys as well, because there are lots of storage spaces. And even if your country road blast ends with a trip to the garden centre, the Quadrifoglio's boot is big enough to handle it all.
And those are all the reasons why the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio is our 2020 Performance Car of the Year.